Okay, hello and welcome back to another My Team episode. Today you join me for the Russian Grand Prix. Just want to say sorry for the lack of uploads these past couple of days. I had my second COVID shot on Tuesday and went to see Spider-Man yesterday. So I just haven't had the time with school and everything. But now on holiday, yay. Anyways, yeah, today you join me for the Russian Grand Prix. Last time we came here, I believe we played the strategy well, going wet to soft, or no, wet to slick. Might try that again, because it is going to start off on the inters, but I think it's only going to start off for about 10 minutes, and then it will be dry. But we'll see how it goes. I'll show you my quali lap, or the end of it, as I do normally. It was dry, luckily, but I did have to take a couple of engine penalties. I had to take an engine penalty. My ICE was pretty used. I think it was on about 70%, so I thought best not to risk it. So, chucked on a new one. You can see also the car is very oversteery here around certain corners, so we'll see how that affects us.
Today's Grand Prix here in southern Russia. A beautiful location besides the Black Sea, and a race that has historically been dominated by the Silver Arrows. Mercedes have won here 6 times since the first race in 2014. Can someone else muscle in on that record here today? Well, it's certainly not the best weather out on the Sochi street circuit today. A track that boasts 18 corners, 12 to the right and 6 to the left. And it's a track that combines both fast corners and long straights, resulting in speeds of excess of 200 miles an hour. But with these conditions, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a safety car out there today. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Reed. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances, but what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another great race today.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Norris, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Leclerc, Sainz, Gasly, Perez, and Max Verstappen, Vettel, Russell, Reed, and Raikkonen, Ticktum, Mick Schumacher, Nicholas Latifi, and Jack Aitken. Ocon, they've taken a grid penalty. Stroll, Mazepin, and Yuki Tsunoda. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Alright then. Unfortunately with this game, when it's wet, you do a wet to wet strategy, so it's inters to inters at the moment. But we're obviously going to ignore that completely. I don't intend to be on these inters for more than 10 laps. We'll probably go into hards or mediums, dependent on when the rain clears. If it clears like lap 5, we go hards. If it clears like anything past that, we'll try a medium and try and just extend it out to the end of the race. There's not much tyre wear here. You know, it's not really like a Baku situation where there's a lot of tyre wear or anything. So we should be all good for that. You know, overfueling the car by half a lap as we normally do, just to give us that little bit of leeway. Anything else? No, not really. So I believe we should start the race. Bottas is catching us in the championship. It's 5 red lights. They are out and we are underway for the Russian Grand Prix in the wet here. Pretty good start. Managing to keep the car under control, not losing it, not losing any positions. Russell ahead of us, P12, Vettel P11. We go for the strip stream, we look round the inside, we go for a dive, we get 3 positions there. 4 positions past Verstappen. Schumacher gets past Verstappen as well. What a move that was. Gasly and Sainz ahead of us, Leclerc, and then I'm not sure who that is. I think that might be Alonso. I can't really see from back here. Giovinazzi, it was Giovinazzi. We go wide then into turn 4. That's not a problem. Lap 1, you don't normally get penalised for that sort of stuff. Anyways, Gasly still ahead by about 0.4, 0.5 seconds. Schumacher has a look down the inside. He's going to try and get past. If T-Mods existed, I would have to already be ordering him to back off. We have a championship to try and win here, and unfortunately for him, he does not. Obviously, Constructors is still up for grabs. And I mean, I can still lose this Drivers' Championship, but I'm going to do my darnest to not. And Schumacher coming up behind like that isn't going to be helpful.
Looks like the weather is going to dry up in about 5 minutes. Inters seem like the fastest tyre for now.
So yeah, probably only a couple more laps of rain. And then we should be clear of all of that. Finishing lap 1 will be in P9. Going to lap 5 then, Gasly and Sainz over 2 seconds ahead. Schumacher has a look down the inside into turn 2. He's going to try it. We get kind of pushed wide, but it's not a problem. Lap 7 then. The rain is really starting to clear here. You can see the clearing. You can see how much it's clearing. Schumacher still behind us. Still looking to try and get up into P9.
Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now. Not sure.
Okay then. End-ish of lap
Check
7.
your MFD for a new strategy option.
Jeff is looking for a new strategy. Lap 8 onto 1 set of mediums. If DRS gets enabled, we're going in now though. That's the only thing. If DRS gets enabled before the pit entrance, we're going in this lap. Because it's the best chance. I've always lived by that. DRS has been enabled. We're going in this lap.
Then come into the pits at the end of this lap.
I'm assuming most people will as well. Anyways then, on lap 7 for a set of mediums, everyone is coming in. Schumacher is we're gonna have to do a double stop here. Luckily we managed to keep him in front, otherwise we would be being held up a lot.
Mick is in the pits.
Sainz then, the only person in the top 10 to stay out for another lap. That's really rather interesting, and it looks like one of the Hasses as well is also going out for another lap on the Inters. Who's that? Mazepin, 2.6 second stop. Mick Schumacher now going. We're out ahead of Verstappen, which is very nice. Apparently this is we're going to go onto oncoming traffic. We're not. But, okay. Very bumpy pit exit. That is... that's dangerous. I could definitely lose my car there. Going wide then. Very slippery it seems. Very slippery indeed. We need this rain to clear up even faster now. But we'll manage. Lap 9. Verstappen is behind. At the end of the lap we go wide. Out. Off of the track. Oh yeah. But we keep Verstappen behind. Lap 10 then. Verstappen has a look into turn 2. He's going to have DRS. We're going to have to deploy our ERS and get behind him. Try and possibly do a little switch move here. Can we make it past him? No, we can't. If we go wide, he has a little bit of a wobble. So we're going to go have a look through the inside, going round turn 3. One wrong move and we are dead. Verstappen pushes us to the edge of the track then. We go... got a little bit of underbody damage then, but we're going to have a look down the inside of Verstappen. We go wide, we go over the curbs. We touch his rear right tyre, but we manage to get past. No warning for collisions. It's not great, but we're past. Lap 11 then, Verstappen is still behind us. He's not going to give up that position easily. Green flag. Someone's gone slow. I think that's Fernando Alonso maybe. With engine issues or front wing issues. Verstappen goes for a move down the straight then. He's going to try and get ahead. He's going to leave a gap down the inside though. So we're going to try and get past him. We can't manage to get past on this lap now. So we're going to be behind him. But we are going to have DRS when we get onto the straight. As long as we don't like spin out or something. So we should be good. We should be able to catch him back up. On lap 12 then, we get DRS down the second DRS zone. We're going to have DRS. We're going to deploy our ERS. We're going to rock it behind him. Slipstream off the back of that Red Bull. As we go for a move down the inside, we go wide there. We keep our wheels in the track just about. Yellow flag behind. That's not Verstappen. That's Vettel going slow, I think. Verstappen's absolutely cut Vettel off and whacked his wing down. Safety car's been deployed. Vettel is out. And Schumacher's out. Schumacher's just gone into the back of Vettel. I don't believe it. Well, lap 15 then. The safety car's in. Schumacher's out. There's only 18 runners left. Going green then behind Gasly. We're not going to be able to get past him. Verstappen, sorry, shouldn't get past us. Lap 18, we have DRS on Gasly. We have a look for a move down the inside of turn 3. We get past, but he's right beside us. He's going to keep fighting it. He's not giving up this position easily. As he's getting squeezed then against the wall and against me, we go for a move down the inside. We get past, and that is nice and clean through there and past Gasly. Lap 19 then, Sainz, Giovinazzi and Leclerc all fighting ahead of us. It's a three-way battle for P5, and we're going to manage to catch up to them because of it, which is very nice indeed. Because otherwise we're going to just have Verstappen pushing behind us. He's going to have DRS, we are not going to have DRS. But now behind Sainz, we should have DRS. On to lap 20, we go into the DRS zone. We have DRS on Sainz. Open that baby up. 80% ERS to use. We haven't used much of it at the moment, just to get out the corners. Sainz, we brake early, so we can get a move, get a lunge down the inside of Sainz then. Perfectly executed there. Lap 21, at the same place we overtook his teammate, we're going to have a look around the outside of Leclerc into the inside of this turn here. We do the exact same thing, brake and shift down a little bit early so we can get that extra lunge into the turn, sliding a little bit there, but we managed to make it past. Giovinazzi now, the lap later, lap 22, sorry. We go for a look around the outside this time. We make it round, keep all four wheels, we keep our wheels on track, and we are good. We are through on lap 22, we are up into P5. Lap 25 then, 2 yellow flags on 2 different sections. George Russell's out, Daniel Ricciardo is out. What has happened? And Norris is going slow. I think the McLarens have had some contact between each other. Norris is going slow, and with that, we're going to be up into the podium.
We have 5 laps of fuel
on lap 25, we have made it into the podium position by Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo colliding with each other, the teammates at McLaren, colliding with each other. I don't believe it. And then to come through, Valtteri Bottas as your race winner on lap 27. We cross the line in P3. It's unbelievable.
Yes, 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 we're on the podium. Good job this weekend, great drive, thank you.
I mean, it's the most cheap podium we've ever had. I mean, I'll take it. It gets us closer to Bottas, but I don't know what happened between those McLarens.
For another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, staying out of trouble was probably the most important factor here. In a race where half the field weren't classified at the checkered flag, you were able to guarantee a good result by basically keeping the car running. With their pace and a decent strategy as well, I don't think the race was ever really in doubt.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Well, we've managed to get on the podium somehow. Absolutely robbed it from the McLarens. I mean, I'll take it, it's a podium, but it just doesn't feel right. And with that, Bottas is now like 26 points behind us or something.
It's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Not the result our points leader wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Well, Lance Stroll would be my pick. He managed to keep a cool head today whilst pushing through the field.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Well, there you go then. 28 points behind us. We're 54 points behind in the constructors. Can we do it? I reckon so. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you next time for the next race in the US of A.